Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you so much for joining me again on another video. I always appreciate your presence. If you enjoy what it is we're doing here, consider liking the video, consider subscribing, and do leave a comment. I try and answer every single one of them. Let's melt more into being. It was a good day, productive day, and yet it was overcast the entire day as well. Like, these overcast days can sometimes really get you into a slump. And it was cold the entire day as well, so it tends to push you into staying inside. But it was a good day nonetheless. At the end of the day, it's just about how we perceive it, right? Your life shall be your life shall become that which demonstrates to many the truth that only love is real. I am as you are. Man, these are good ones. I commit myself to teaching only love by sharing only loving thoughts. So all three of these I feel are absolutely worth saying. Your life shall become that which demonstrates to many the truth that only love is real. For I am as you are. And I commit myself to teaching only love by sharing only loving thoughts. Man, that makes me feel some things, actually. Again, with the loving thoughts at the end of the day, we have so much capacity to create. And you might actually see King Prawn, what? Have you read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle? I've not, my friend. I've not read The Power of Now, but I have heard a bunch of it. I'm gonna put this blanket away just for now, because it's not cold just yet. But I have this growing suspicion that as the sun stops actually shining on me, it is going to be. I do want to pour myself a glass of water. And what I just read is still mulling in my head. To teach love by only sharing loving thoughts. Because I do not believe that there's anything subjectively wrong with having, thoughts other than loving ones. And this is something that I've become more and more aware of as well. We have these biases sometimes towards ways being a certain way, things being in a predictable way for us to quantify whether or not it's a good or bad experience, measuring up basically. But I don't think it necessarily has to be something that you measure yourself up against. When teaching love is definitely something that is a little bit backwards, because we can't even really understand love in the way that we understand it right now. Like, if you ask a strictly, let's say, chemical engineering student what he thinks love is, he's going to give you an answer based on the chemistry, oxytocin. I have a big ass oxytocin tattoo right here. I can actually, maybe I'll show you. So, you see that boy. So, that is for the longest time what love was to me. And this was technically the direction I was supposed to study in, chemical engineering. But I didn't want to take a loan out on my own name, and then two, spend 4 years of my life working myself into debt, and then spend 4 more years, or who knows how long, working myself out of debt again. But for the longest time, I had a very chemical-based opinion of what I thought love was supposed to be, and what I thought love was to me. Hey TK, I'm happy that you're here. Thank you for the helpful, my friend. And hey, Wizzy TV, I'm happy that you're here as well, my friend. Is there a way I can make the quality better? Unfortunately, no, there is not, because Reddit has hard caps on how good the quality actually gets. I think it's a platform problem right now. I'm not sure if I can do anything to fix it, but there is HD video on YouTube if that is going to tickle your fancy, and it's also in portrait mode, also in 60 FPS. Am I selling it good enough? Hey, I'm lurking today, sending peace and love. Thank you, Lane. I appreciate even if you lurk, my friend. Uh, I really do appreciate it. Prince Philip is dead. He's been dead for a while now, my friend. Hi, Mel. Love your positive attitude. Thank you, my friend. And I love you sharing your positive attitude with me as well in turn. Good morning, y'all. Good morning to you, Aaron. How are you, my friend? I hope that you're well as well. All right. All good, thanks. I'm happy to hear that as well. Hey, Naomi. Hey, Dan. I'm happy to see all of our friends here. Greetings from New Brunswick, Canada, cooking up a storm today on our dreary rainy day. You also have a dreary rainy day? Like, you can probably still see. Actually, it was completely gray overcast the entire day, and now it seems to be opening up a little bit above me, and the sun actually has a chance to shine, if even for a little bit. Hello, friends. Good morning. I am hungover. Oh, Dan, you naughty you. Oh, well, like what's going on. I hope that you feel better soon, my friend. I'm sending you all of the good vibes, all of the tomato juice, all of the fatty bacon, all of the what else for hangovers. I haven't had a hangover. I don't think I've ever really had a hangover, but the last time that I drank enough to get a hangover was like 2017. So I don't even have a clue of how to help my friend, even though I wish I could. Thank you for the heartwarming, Naomi, and thank you for the all-seeing upvote again, TK. What are you getting into today? I've been getting into this difference between loving thoughts and how I feel about love or teaching love itself, because like I was starting to get into the whole chemistry of it, but I wanna answer some questions or read some comments first before I go all the way down the rabbit hole. And yeah, it's difficult for us as humans to really quantify love and to understand love fully, and yet we do try to. I'm trying to, at least. Doing great. First dinner with the new housemates last night. How was that, actually? I wanted to talk to you about that, Aaron. And I have time after today's call, or today's stream to call. Because yesterday I had a call with Bro V, and I couldn't make it. But I would love to actually have a call with you today, my friend. Wait, you're live on YouTube too, or you just have videos? I just have videos, my friend. So I have a main camera, I guess you could say, taking this footage, and then I have this phone streaming as well, so we can do both at the same time. You are in a beautiful surrounding. Yeah, it is absolutely blissful. Really, TK, I have so much to be grateful for, and it hurts me as well because I'm very aware of the fact that I can't stay here forever. Be it peaceful, be it so expansive. Even though I could, set myself up a tent somewhere and sleep there, eventually we have to leave the nest. And even though I've already left the nest as well, coming back to it gave me a lot more perspective of how much there is to be grateful here in this space as well. So I'm very thankful for having that contrast. Aloha, my friend, sending love. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate the love that you're sending towards me. I'm sending love right back. Greetings from Idaho. Kiwaka. I don't know how to say your name, my friend. But greetings from South Africa to you as well. We need your playlist, man. Like, it's a problematic question that you're asking me, because I don't necessarily have any playlists. When I listen to music, I'm kind of just like scrolling through my music app, seeing an artist, clicking on their name, and then hitting shuffle on their profile. Like, that's how I tend to listen to music. I kind of throw myself into a certain feeling. And if I'm not doing that, then I'm clicking on like a suggestion box that they're like, oh, we're gonna, give you a bunch of random music. And I'm like, oh, wait, give me a bunch of random music. And then it's a randomized or randomly generated playlist. So I wouldn't be able to share that one either. I'm sorry, friend. It was a late night playing Zoom games with some friends, so it was worth it. Some bacon will do the trick. I'm happy to hear that, my friend. And as you said, like it was about that moment. Like you were sharing a fun, playful moment with friends, and that's what's most important. Man, like the sun, literally the entire day, there's no sun, not a drop, not a single beam of light. And now, all of the sun, like literally all of it. I have so much of it, I can't open my eyes properly. Please, Mr. Sun. Oh, give me some space, dude. Oh man, it's so bright. Maybe I wasn't used to it because of the overcast today. Uh, let's do it, man. I've got time. Sick. Okay, I'm happy to hear that, Aaron. I would love to do it. Oh, Jawa, Brad. I remember you, my friend, and I haven't seen you in forever. I feel like it's been 2 months. How are your kids? How is the tie-dye going with your friend? How are you, man? Like we've missing you. And I see Rena's here as well. Ballerina. Hey, and Ryan is here. Um I'm going to a grocery shopping with the whole fam. That sounds amazing. Are you gonna stream it as well, TK? I'm curious actually. Looking at the grocery. They got one fake tree in it though. Did they have fake tree in the grocery store? That's kind of trippy. Okay, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Is Meltmore on YouTube as well? Yeah, it's Meltmore on YouTube as well. You're right, my friend. Did someone ask? I'm having a hard time reading the comments because the sun is like actually hurting my eyes just a wee bit. Seems like a nice sunny, cloudy day today. What a nice balance. It's interesting. It really is interesting, actually, Rena, because I was just saying there wasn't a single direct ray of light the entire day, and now exactly where I've decided to sit, there is like a whole patch of no shade in that tree, and now I'm getting the full burst, the full blast of sunlight. I guess it could be. I can see it as sure, I can see it as a good thing. Might be super overexposed on video, but just too much thinking. I didn't set an intention for why I'm drinking water, and I feel my intention for today is to try and understand love, feeling love, teaching love, and sharing loving thoughts as well. So every sip I take, I hope it inspires a loving thought. Hey Kiwi, I'm happy that you're here as well, my friend. How have you been? Yep. So yep to the tree being in the grocery store or the grocer. That's really cool. Is it like you said? It's a fake tree though. So what's the point? Is it like a Christmas tree? Is it like one of those decorative pieces where there's a tree in the middle and then it has like the branches and then there's like storage space around it and people pack like products around it? I'm trying to form a mental image. Just make us look at the sun and make you look at the sun. I guess I like the thing is as well. The sun isn't now at least that exposed, and you can kind of see it as well. I can kind of look at the sun now because the overcast is moving past it again, kind of cutting some of that light. Dum dum melt illuminati illumination for the win. For a second I was like, whoa, Rena, whoo, whoa, just a second there. But I guess melt illumination would be one way to see it. The sun is deciding to melt me in this moment. Can't stream, trying to get in and get out quick. Got house to clean and got my daughter ready for her slumber party. Good old dad life. That sounds amazing, my friend. It is a Saturday after all. I should be aware of that. Your Saturday morning. It sounds amazing, man. Having what do you call them? Play dates or slumber parties as a kid was the best thing ever. Asking your parents if you can go to a friend's place, packing your little bag, packing your pajamas. And I think the biggest thing about going and visiting friends for me was, and this is kind of embarrassing for me to say, was like games and television. Like growing up, we never had cable TV or any TV for that matter, actually. Not even like basic, I don't even know what you call it, basic cable or whatever. Like literally no TV growing up my entire life. We had a PS2 growing up. I bought myself a PS3 when I was like, I think 13. And yeah, then I just kind of got into PCs. Like my dad never believed that the like cable or can you not, Mr. Fly? Thank you. This freaking dude, he's just landing on me. Anyway, my dad always believed that getting cable isn't nearly as effective of an enjoyment medium as like getting internet. So we always had internet instead of cable, and I was always okay with that exchange, if you will, because I was like, oh well, if the internet, at least I can pick what I want to watch. So internet life for the for the win, I guess. Mm. Life's great, Mel. Been mad busy lately. Have been taking time away from devices, family as well. Need some melt in my life, so I hopped on. I'm so happy that you're saying that, Brad. And thank you for sharing this space with us. I've not for a second stopped thinking about you. Interestingly enough, one of the things that come up a lot with me when I'm thinking about you is that extremely vivid tie-dye shirt that you're wearing in the photo that you sent in the introduce yourself tab. Like, and I don't know if it's the actual tie-dye or my curiosity as to how to make it so vivid or if it stays that vivid. But yeah, I've been thinking about you, my friend. I'm happy that you're well. I'm sorry that things are mad busy, as you said, but I'm happy that the family is well. And I think it's good that you're taking time away from the devices instead of taking time away from your family. Chicken boy. Hey, Colin. I'm happy that you're here as well, my friend. Good morning to you. Love is universal, no matter how you are. Like pain is universal. Doesn't matter how much money you got or none. It is how we deal with love and pain that makes us different. Yeah, I agree completely. I agree completely, TK. Hey, KT. I'm happy that you're here as well, my friend. The sun is out here too. The sun is now, only now out, which is hilarious to me because, and this is something that I'm becoming very aware of in myself as well. While I was setting up to stream, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stream here. You know, it's nice and overcast. The sun is gonna be behind clouds. I'm gonna be, having some nice soft light all over the video. And I was like in my head building the scenario that is so perfect in the way that I want it to be. And then like first thing is like, no, dude. If you relax yourself, things aren't always gonna be exactly the way you think they're gonna be. And then we get sun. We get sun. I'm not complaining though. Like it's not a warm sun. I'm comfortable sitting in the sun. It's only my eyeballs that are kind of suffering. Oh hey, I'm doing all right. Trying to help my body recover from a cold, but so graceful, so grateful to be here with all of you. I'm sending you some healing vibes as well, Kiwi. Fortunately, it's only a cold, as you said. Like it wasn't the big C, the one that shall not be spoken. Oh man, like it's so trippy as well. Like I've had a little bit of a snuffy nose myself, but I think it's probably just because I'm getting up early in the mornings and then chilling in the cold. But because I don't really get exposed to anyone else. My family is away for the weekend as well. It is my cousin's insiening. What is insiening in English? Blessing in, basically where they put like I think oil on the baby's forehead to kind of uh, it's like the first bapt. Like I'm so bad and I feel horrible because I'm supposed to know this stuff technically, but I've been out of religious practice for so long that I have no idea. I know the word. Hij gaat ingezien worden, and that's how much I know. He's going to get blessed in to the Christian religion, I guess, and that is happening this weekend. So my family went to Pretoria, which is like two hours and 20 minutes away from here for the weekend. So I'm completely alone again, and so peaceful. It's so peaceful. Happy you're here, dude. I'm happy that you're here as well, Hatface. Thank you for spending some time with me. Good times. It was the best experience. Video games and Kung Fu flicks, dude. Exactly, man. And like I was actually starting to talk about it, but I distracted myself. So thank you for reminding me, TK. Like as a kid, like going to your friend's house, you had this like real fascination with like playing video games together, watching TV, watching kung fu flicks, as you said. And for me and my friends, it was Skyrim. Like I think the most fun I've had going on slumber parties, I should remember that word again, is playing Skyrim with Heinrich, is one of my friends. And man, we spend I think like 1,200 hours playing Skyrim on the Xbox 360. And it was such a vibe, like working together to build ourselves like Dragonborn. Is it Dragonborn armor? What are the black and red armor? Daedric. Daedric armor. And it was such a vibe working towards that stuff. And then selling something accidentally in the store. Man, I remember once like being a little bit hasty and just like spamming X to, I think it was spamming X to sell all of the things I had in my inventory. And I sold one of our Daedric swords for like 52 gold. And we had to buy it back for like 2,000. My friend wasn't happy with me on that day. I was like, I'm sorry, dude. It was not my intention. But it was such a vibe. I think your dad was right about internet over cable. He was definitely right. Like, I'm not hating on him even for a second. He was absolutely unequivocally 100% correct in his assumption that internet is better than cable. So, yeah. I'm definitely not complaining. It was definitely, I think in a lot of ways, something that shaped the way that I think and I feel about, the world outside, because I had access to internet from the age of like 5? Was it 6? I think it was 6. Man, YouTube back then was quite something. I'm just thinking about all of the stuff we got up to as little kids. Playing with freaking Windows Media Player and just watching all of those psychedelic patterns being shaped by the music we're listening to. Sitting there just watching. Nice. Yeah, we don't pay for cable, only internet. Internet is better. Like you get to choose. You get to choose, and that's the thing at the end of the day, and that's why I believe Reddit eventually is going to be the dominant platform for social media as well, because like Reddit is like the internet where Facebook, Instagram is like cable, in my opinion, because you get to like kind of cater exactly what you want on Reddit, where on Instagram you're gonna get a feed that is kind of like, algorithmically catered to you, and then you're gonna get ads in between your feed. And technically there are ads on Reddit as well. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Reddit stonks, yo. Reddit stonks. I think it's going to become the biggest platform on the internet for the same reason that internet is destroying cable TV. At least that's what I believe. I saw no point in getting cable TV. When we move, the internet providers use everything we need. Provides us everything we need. I agree completely, Naomi. Like internet is gonna become like a basic human necessity as well within the next 10 years. I honestly believe that within the next 10 years, I'm making sure that what I'm trying to say right now is the truth that I'm feeling. And I think that's okay to say. I think within the next 10 years, every single human being on the planet will have at least access to internet. And I'm excluding in that saying like people that live in the mountains, like monks and stuff like that. Even though they would have access to internet, I don't think they would necessarily opt in for it. Because with what Elon is doing right now with like Starlink, internet is going to become something even bigger than we know it now. Like imagine if let's say 5 billion extra people get on the internet today. Like everything will crash. Nothing will work properly. But if we do it gradually, I really do hope that Elon Musk kind of like prompts people to get on Reddit if they get on Starlink as well. Like straight up, don't get Instagram, don't get Facebook. What is also like YouTube, I don't really have that much of a gripe with, because it's also at the end of the day what you choose to watch. What other app do I despise? Like I have a real disdain for Facebook, and yet I can't exactly get myself to delete it because like one, it has really good event catering. Like you can kind of see where events are happening when they're happening, opt into telling people in your immediate friend group that you're going there, which I do kind of appreciate as a service. And then the fact that it helps me remember birthdays of friends and family is also a convenient part of the service. But that is literally the only thing I appreciate about it. And uh, uh, like getting into scrolling on Facebook never leaves me feeling like, that was a good, productive, you know, soul satisfying scroll. Never, never, never. Always feels like I'm either cringing or wondering what the hell is going on. And I don't want to be feeling like that. Yes, PS2, lol, I can still remember the Christmas Santa brought. Man, man, the PS2. Hey, folks. Hey, Bold School. Ben, how are you, my friend? I don't know if you're still here, but we've been missing you as well, Ben. How have things been on your side? Sentient Ghost Meds. Thank you for the helpful, my friend. Same. I don't have cable. The commercials kill me, dude. Commercials is definitely something that irks me to my core as well, and it's such a weird thing as well, because I have this thing in myself where if I see a commercial, I become more resistant towards getting that thing. Like I'll see for example someone advertising this product to me, and I'll be like, you know what, specifically that product I'm not getting. And then there was this one advert, like this one singular advert that completely sold me on their product, and it was purple mattresses. And I don't know if any of you friends have seen their adverts. They had this like really goofy type of sales gimmick where they had like what was her name? Goldilocks? Is it Goldilocks? The little girl that ate the bear's porridge? I think it's Goldilocks. And like how they did this test of like eggs attached to like a piece of glass dropping onto this thing, not breaking. And it having this like spaced out grid tribe. Like, why am I being a salesperson for purple? I don't know. But like the purple mattresses is the one product I've ever seen in an advert that I was like, you know what? I kind of want that. Every single other product I was like, you know what? Just because you tried to force it down my throat, I will refuse. mm. Actually, we do sign in with my parents' cable provider only on my fiance's Xbox, so we can watch the hockey games live. I didn't know you can do that. You can sign into a cable provider on an Xbox to watch stuff. That is really cool. I didn't know that at all, actually. Inverse Pi, hi to you as well, my friend. I'm happy that you're here with us. Fred and Ethel's grandson Rusty is turning 9 today. Let's wish him a ride with balloons and lots of Pepsi with Eric the actor up in the sky. Best wishes to all. Best wishes to you as well, famous gesture. Like, your comment is leaving me a little bit confused, but like the gist of it I'm getting is Rusty is turning 9, and I'm happy for him, my friend. Send him love, send him grace, teach him that this world is supposed to be about love, forgiveness, and unity, not hate, separation, and judgment. Cheers to that, my friends. I guess I'm not supposed to cheers when I'm drinking water, but cheers to it in anyway. Do you have any plans that aren't cut yet? You were trimming some noise colas. I like to see them growing. So if you want to see them growing, you're gonna have to like stand there for months because they grow kind of slow. Oh, can you read my fortune, please? Ah, I'm not really a big believer in telling fortunes or divination of your future or stuff like that. At least I don't personally put too much value or emphasis on those type of practices in my personal life, because I feel at the end of the day, by asking someone to read your fortune, you're giving divinity over to them. You're basically saying, on a cosmic level, at least in my opinion, this is what I feel about it. On a cosmic level, you're saying to God, the universe, source, that, you know what, I'm feeling a little bit small in my expression or in my ability to create for myself a future that I want. So I want this other person to tell me what my future is going to be like. Or I want this other person to give me some hope for what is coming in my future. And at the end of the day, that is like something that you can do completely for yourself, and you can realize completely inside of yourself. So by going to someone else, and at the end of the day, sometimes it is necessary for someone to ask for help, and there's nothing wrong with asking for help. I just think that when it becomes a practice where you're constantly looking for external confirmation, if you will, of how things are going to turn out in your future, then you're giving your future over to them in a very large way, instead of taking your future for yourself. Destructive Disc, Milk, what's up, bro? How are things? Things are good, my friend. Things are really good. I'm feeling relaxed, slightly cold. The sun is no longer shining in my face. The birds are chirping, even though like this is going to be the last few days that we can actually listen to the birds chirp, because they're going to have to move when it gets cold. But it's good, my friend. There's no wind today, which I'm happy about. My house smells so amazing right now. Posted some pics on the Discord, and we'll have more later. Roasting a turkey and making broth for a huge batch of soup. That sounds tasty. Baptism? I guess it would be baptism. But for me, baptism is like when you completely submerge in water. I guess both are baptisms, right? Technically. So, party at Mel's house. Come, Aaron. We have this saying. Technically, it's one of the African languages, but it goes Wazalapa. Wazalapa means come here. So come here. Wazalapa wena. Wazalapa wena means like technically a small one. So I didn't mean to belittle you, but Wazalapa wena. Come on. There's a Skyrim PS5 remaster. I've never played. Should I buy it? Dan, you've never played Skyrim? And you've never played not Dark Souls, The Witcher 3 either? I would rather you play The Witcher 3 before you play Skyrim. Or, like, technically Skyrim can be seen as a little bit worse version of The Witcher 3. But I feel The Witcher 3 has just a lot better technology, a lot better of a storyline, in my opinion, cooler characters, and a more enjoyable, like, power curve, if you will. So rather The Witcher 3 than Skyrim, in my opinion. Because your Skyrim is old now, my friend. Like, old. When did it come out? 2011? 2012? One of you friends have to check for me. Wow, yes! Morrowind on Xbox. Yes. I don't know Morrowind on Xbox, actually. But sounds pretty good as well. Thank you for the wholesome Kiwi. I appreciate it. Playing Solitaire and Minesweeper while listening to one and only MP3 album you have at the moment. Oh, man, that brings back memories. Do you remember, like, Solitaire and Minesweeper? Sure. But the pinball machine on the OG, like, was it 95? I think Windows 7 also had it. But, like, there's that pinball machine on old Windows. Damn, I spent a lot of time playing pinball. Downloading music on Napster and LimeWire. For me it was... Man, I've forgotten those names. I also remember this place. So, I had a BlackBerry. Like, that was basically my first smartphone. The first phone I had that was connected to the internet. And when I got it, I also got the service called BIS, BlackBerry Internet Services, which was literally unlimited data for 100 rand a month. And 100 rand a month is like $8, maybe $7. So for $7, $8, we had infinite internet every single month. And for a 13-year-old, how old I was when I got my phone, that was like revolutionary, game-changing. And we had this one app or one site where you could download music as well. But it would rip them from YouTube. So you would like get those like when they, like, let's say for instance it's a music video and the people are like walking towards their car, so you like hear them opening the door and stuff like that, and then the music starts. Man, it brings back so many memories. And you could also like opt for a higher kilobits per second like songs, but then it would be bigger and it would like download longer. And I remember our internet speeds was like 45 kilobits per second, so you were like downloading 3-4 4 or 5 minutes on like one track, which was fast back in that day, like at least feeling to me. Ah, man, being a kid and stealing music. Windows Media Player. It was such a vibe. Love Windows Media Player. I think it's definitely going to be something that we tell our kids one day, and they're like, "What's wrong with you, Dad? This is absolute ass." And I'll be like, like when I was your age, this was the bomb. I thought I was the coolest, blasting my music with the cool design all over the screen. Me too, Katie. It was such a vibe. Hey, Melton friends. Hope you're all well. Hey, Management Annie. We are, my friend. There's a monk on Reddit I follow. He was in this morning. I know about monk life. Yeah, he's quite a nice guy. Very, very serene. I've sent him a personal message. I'm not sure if he's replied. I don't think so. Hope you're all well. Management Annie. I hope that you're well as Jovan. Thank you for being here with us, my friend. My best friend is Buddhist as well. That's really cool. I gotta go, my friends. Peace and love. Thank you for being here, Lane. You're probably already gone, my friend, but I appreciate you. Facebook is good for RSVPing to Meltmore. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like the RSVP of it, like opting in, telling your immediate friend group that you're gonna be there. Facebook is a plague. I can't rid myself of either. It's something that like really kind of gnaws at me as well, because it's that you can't get rid of it. That's the problem. It's like you don't want to be using this platform, and yet it's still like you can't just get yourself to delete it. I do want to though. I'm actively considering it. I'm like the thing I kind of got myself to accept or to understand how I feel about it is to like literally go through my entire friend list, click on their profiles, go to their birthdays, saving their birthdays in my Google Calendar, and then deleting the app. Ooh, it's getting cold. I knew it. I'm happy that I brought myself a blanket. Hopefully soon, this will be Merman's grandma's blanket. See ya, lurker Lane. Yeah, Lane was lurking for today. He did mention that he was going to. Have a good day. Thank you for the energy as well, Lane. I barely go on Facebook anymore. It's too negative. I feel the same way, my friend. It's just the same stuff over and over again. It's either someone trying to sell me something, someone getting married, someone having a kid, someone posting stale memes, someone posting motivational posts, or someone being negative about something. So like it's one of those, and I get to choose, and I didn't want any of this. I'm like, nah. Pains this guy to say two things about Facebook. Yeah, it actually pains me, my friend. It actually pains me. I've lost so many friends and family over politics here. Like hating another person because of their political views, hating someone because of their views in general, is something that's so backwards. Because at the end of the day, we're so scared of accepting that there are other ways of thinking, other ways of feeling out there in the world. And if we dare, for a second, let go of our incessant need to hold on to our beliefs, we're going to lose ourselves, which is not true ever. Not true ever. I don't like Facebook either. I've never had a Facebook. Great. Like, keep it that way, my friend. Thank you for the energy. I almost forgot to give an award. Okay, fine. Cheers, Lane. That one Facebook ad that got me was a Britney Spears hoodie that is absolutely ridiculous. I wear it to concerts to try to convince people they're at the wrong show. This is a show for Britney. That's hilarious, Lane. Oh, sorry. I was reading you saying Lane. That's hilarious, Dan. It's Britney, bitch. You're at the wrong festival, okay? Why would I wear this Britney hoodie if I wasn't at the rock festival? Man, Britney also had a roller coaster of an experience at one point. And people, like the entire internet was just like, oh, look, vulnerable. Let's pounce on it as quick as we can. I hope I didn't miss too much. had to baste, of course, like putting stuff over my turkey, and couldn't resist taking a pic. So I had to close Reddit for a few seconds, and it bonked out, and I had to find the stream again. It's okay, it's okay. I don't think you missed too much, Naomi, and you're back now at least. I hate cable TV too, but now YouTube TV, it's pretty great. Unlimited cloud DVR. Really? I didn't even know that YouTube TV had that as an option. That's really cool. As for us watching hockey, he has apps on his Xbox for TSN and Sportsnet channels, and when you use them, it asks for your cable provider. So my parents let us use their email and password. I could probably find a stream online, but this lets us do it easier, I guess. Yeah, that makes about sense. Thank you for sharing that with me. And it's really cool that we have services like that as well. I wonder if it's geo-locked. I think it would be. Thank you for the gave me or made me smile. I appreciate the little gecko. That's kind of sweet. Thank you, Wizzy TV. And thank you for the fat plat as well, my friend. I appreciate you being so generous. It's currently 9 p.m. right here in my country, Indonesia. I think you're our first Indonesian friend, my friend. Automatic calendar, thank you for spending some time with us. Where did your username come from? So the Meltmore name was something that me and a friend brainstormed together. It was like an intentional day to create for myself a name, a creative name, a pen name, whatever you want to call it, a pseudonym. And this name to me has now become something that I almost apply to my life as a mantra, as a way of existing almost. To melt more into being, melt more into feeling, melt more into seeing the truth. Understanding that I have this capacity to love people more, forgive more, understand more, experience more, open myself up more, allow more into my life, surrender more, and just to melt more into these experiences, into these feelings, into becoming what we already are, but kind of hide from ourselves, melting away all of the things that I attach myself to that isn't me as well. So it's a name that I can kind of continue talking about, and for that reason, it's something that is very intentional to me, and it's a name that I love. Pinball was so much fun. It was the best. Like, ew, I spent so many hours playing pinball. And I've never, not once in my life, actually played a physical game of pinball. And I've wanted to as well. Oblivion was my favorite of the Elder Scrolls, but yep, Skyrim set a high standard for RPGs. I never got to play Oblivion, actually, Jovan. I think I was a little bit too young for that one. Like, Oblivion came out when I was like 9, 10, in that age group, so I didn't really get to play it, unfortunately, but it was definitely, a big one as well. Gotta one-up you there. Who remembers DOS? I think there you definitely have me beat on age, Aaron. I never, not even for a second, had to deal with DOS, fortunately. No DOS, no dial-up, no... yeah, no DOS and no dial-up. So never having my internet taken by my mom picking up the phone and stuff like that. What a vibe. Oh man, in elementary school, we got computers in our classroom. We played so much of that pinball game. Same. Like, actually, I remember in our school computers as well, we had the pinball game, but then there was this one friend who had Mortal Kombat on a USB stick, and he put Mortal Kombat on every single one of those computers. And every single day when we had computer class, we would be playing Mortal Kombat, and I taught our class how to Alt Tab. So you press Alt Tab and it like closes everything and it goes to the main screen. So I taught friends how to Alt Tab while they were playing games, so we could pretend to listen to our IT teacher while playing Mortal Kombat, and it was so fun. Loved your painting the other day. Glad I caught you. Oh, that's so great. You have friends. You have fans, I should say, even. Thank you again, my friend, for the fat plat. They probably shouldn't have trusted us so much on the computers. We ruined the monitors by using magnets to make the screen go funny colors. You see, you were those type of kids. I always had like such an immense respect for computers, and like while I was talking about the kid with the USB putting Mortal Kombat on all the computers, I remember myself cringing as well with him doing that, because even though I was like 9 or 10 or something, I knew that viruses were a thing, and like plugging the same USB stick into multiple computers isn't really the best thing, especially if it's like a school computer that has the most trash security as well. And yeah, it was. I'm just happy that no harm came off of it. But freaking putting magnets next to your computer. Who remembers the balls, the actual physical balls we had inside of our mice, and then you would take them out and clean them if your mice stopped working the way they were supposed to. Also, the visualization and Winamp media player were cool AF. Yeah, I was talking about that as well a little bit earlier, Ben. It was so cool, and you felt such a like you felt like you were discovering something that was unknown, like creating this whole extra experience, visual experience, and that's technically what it was as well. On top of your music, and it was fascinating. Thor, good morning from my universe. I love you, my friend. Positive vibes all day, every day. Namaste, my friend. Thank you for sending your positive vibes. I'm sending you positive vibes as well. Our kids are gonna say people paid for music. Weird. Yeah, dude. Like that's actually true as well. Like with the rise of streaming becoming as prevalent and widespread as it is, like kids won't really understand. I'm thinking now as well, like extrapolating this information. I'm kind of playing within my mind even further. Would they pay for anything? Because it could theoretically be a business model, a global business model to have subscription services for almost everything. I don't really want to think about that just now, actually. Maybe too dystopian for me. But it do be like that. You just got to delete it. I did it. Once it's gone, you adapt. I know, my friend. I know about that as well. It's not the actual app that's keeping me. It's the convenience of the services that it provides. And I guess then I could say, oh, it is the app because you know what I'm talking about. But I just had to do it. You're right. You are right, my friend. That is very true. I never regret deleting it permanently. I feel that way as well, Sourcey. It's just gonna be a decision. I saw you. Thank you for stopping by. There we go. I have no social media unless you count Reddit. Sick! That's perfect, Jesse. I'm happy about that actually because I think Reddit is the best form of social media, as I've said a little bit earlier. And I'm happy that you're here with me, my friend. Thank you for sharing this space. The only point of view that I reject people for having is a hateful one, like fascism. I say, yeah, I feel the same way. I deleted all social media about 4 years ago. So I'm curious now, actually, Jesse. What prompted you to make that decision? And like I'm gonna assume that it's a decision that you appreciate and that you kind of kept with because it's been 4 years. I'm really curious. Great initiative. It really is. I agree as well. Did you feel better mentally, Red, after deleting? Reddit is social media. It is social media, but it's not the same type of social media. Where Facebook and Instagram, it's getting colder and colder. Where Facebook and Instagram, I feel, is a little bit more on the boat of like I'm going to be promoting myself and showing you how great I am and how wonderful things are and this thing I got or this thing I'm doing or whatever. Reddit is a little bit more. It sounds a little bit weird in my head if I said like less caring about the personal BS we kind of get up to. Like, and this is something I was thinking about yesterday. Like friends, let's say for instance, someone on Facebook posts pictures of them at the beach, right? And they're like, oh, sand is my life, whatever, like something like that, right? And you're like kind of cringing. And I know we're not supposed to be judging. I'm just making a mental experiment. Like on Facebook or Instagram, that would be something that's acceptable and understandable because, like, sure, your profile, you're going to be sharing your experience at being at the beach. Where on Reddit, you would rather have like r/earth porn or whatever and post a picture of the beach without having all of the input of like, oh, sand is my life or whatever. It's more a direct, like, oh, look at this experience. And if I want to, as a person, see pictures of beaches, I can go to r/beaches and look at pictures of beaches. I'm not going to get like pictures of beaches forced in my face because one of my friends happens to be at the beach, right? So in that way, it's still a choice what you want to consume on the platform, and it's also not so much like, oh, look at me doing thing. It's more look at thing, right? And that's what I appreciate about Reddit. And it's not because I don't like people, and quite the contrary, I love people, but I don't like it when people are not genuine about their enjoyment of something, or they're sharing it for the sake of sharing it to make sure that you know that they are at the beach. If that makes sense, I think it makes sense to you, friends. I've met many cool friends on Reddit. Same, a lot. Reddit is mostly anonymous. That's why I like. That's what I like about it. It can be, yeah, it can be, unless you do something crazy like starting and streaming and telling people your name. Honestly, I got Reddit to follow topics of ghosts and strange things, but I doubt Melt. But I found Melt, and it turned to social media for me. I've never had a Facebook. I think it's better that way as well, Ryan. I'm happy that you found us, my friend. Like, technically, Discord would be a type of social media as well, but I think it's also better in that way. Not competing with each other like Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, and the best part is like both of those platforms are owned by the same company, so them competing with each other is kind of backwards. Got some a blueberry yum yum this morning. That sounds fantastic. Reddit has been very helpful to me in the last year. I think it's been very helpful to a lot of people, management and me as well. Like it's been so great for people to actually connect with other people that think like them, feel like them, share the same views as them, and that's what makes Reddit such a fantastic platform to me, at least. Uh. Oh, 100% management. I feel so much better. I just planned on taking a break, and once I deleted it, I never went back. That sounds good to me. Makes me happy as well, actually. Jesse, I don't know why. I remember dial up. I'm too old. Dial up. Yes, dude. Those sounds will haunt people's dreams forever, I feel. I don't invite drama into my life either. What's the point? What's the point about drama? Like, sure, being dramatic can be fun, part of expressing yourself, but when that becomes the point, like stirring up drama and participating in that drama, then I'm out. Fallout New Vegas is one of my favorite games. I just remembered. I had a MySpace. You see, MySpace was also before my time. MySpace was before Facebook, or was it during the same time of Facebook? But I don't know why I died. I'm curious about that as well. Oh man, dial up on my Windows 95 PC. And I got so old, I would try to open Winamp to play music, and one time it took over a half an hour to open. We made food while we waited. Also, when it eventually got so old, we turned it on, and the monitor went boom. Oh, spending 30 minutes to open Windows Media Player. Like that's actually the thing that like irks me the most about technology, is if it doesn't do exactly what I told it to in like, split seconds. So waiting 30 minutes for a single application to open, I feel my sanity like being sapped out of my body just thinking about that. The ball mice, oh my goodness. Dude, the ball mice. What the hell, dude? Like, man, we experienced some weird shit. Anyone get caught playing? Did anyone get caught playing? We got caught playing all the time. And when the teacher actually like realized that we were playing in the middle of like school time, he kind of went like on a purge, and he went to every single one of the school computers and he started deleting it. And then we were just like passing around the USB again during break, putting games on the computers again. We were like not gonna be stopped. Frostwire or LimeWire, anyone? LimeWire was a downloading service, I believe. I can't believe how much music I got for free after days of downloading. Or Napster. Kazaa, anyone? I don't remember. I never used Napster. I never used Kazaa. I never used LimeWire, but I knew about LimeWire. Someday, a dog collar with a quantum computer inside that will convert dog language to human because of the computer. Like, I'm not sure if that is going to be something that is 100% plausible. I think, if anything, it might be able to share intention. Like, I want outside, or I want food, or I want play. Like maybe something like that, like very basic level of communication. But I don't think it's gonna be like me and a dog is gonna start having philosophical conversations about the nature of AI, about the state of our universe, about the state of our world, about our educational systems, our politics, like viruses that are plaguing our planet. I don't think we'll be able to have conversations like that with our dogs, unfortunately. The nice ball. They never bounced. No, they were solid. They didn't bounce, but they were fun to play with. Man, no one else I talk to remember Kazaa. I think you're the only one, my friend. You were the pioneer, the single person that used Kazaa. Spotify literally for 99 bucks to every song on the planet. I also have XM and Jeep. I rather pay for music than TV. I agree completely. And that's actually why the one service I pay for is YouTube Premium, because with YouTube Premium you also get YouTube Music, which is like Spotify, but it's YouTube Spotify. So I get Spotify and ad-free YouTube with like one subscription, which is kind of stonks. Love your hair, mate. Thank you, my friend. It grows this way out of my scalp. This trip down memory lane has been fun and all, but we have and yeah, we used DOS to play Oregon Trial. Man, use DOS to play games, dude. That is such a vibe. You probably use floppy disks as well to kind of get that loaded up. Man, explaining to our children that they have cell phones. Like, I have a cell phone now that has, I think, like 5 times the storage space, 5 times more storage space than the first computer I ever used. Significantly more processing power. Probably 16 times as much RAM. Like, these things we take for granted, and it's so mind-blowing actually how powerful our devices have become. I miss the Oregon Trail 2D game. I loved some Sims. I loved Sim City to where you could make huge robots destroy the city. Sim City 2000. Man, I played a lot of Sim City as well. And Sims, I remember once buying a Sims 2 DLC pack because it was like this very cheap, like $50 CD. And in my head I was like, oh, CD, it says Sims 2 on it, Sims and like, some sort of genre. You remember those like multiple offshoot games that they made at one point? And I was like, sick, I'm gonna be playing Sims. And I like put the disc in my computer and I'm like starting the upload process, and it's like, it tells me you need the original Sims game. And I'm just like, oh man, I got cucked. It was definitely a devastating day for me as a 6, 7 year old or something. Hello, we chatted earlier. Yes, we did, Scar. I'm happy that you're here again, my friend. Thank you for joining me for the trimming session, and thank you for joining me again now. A quick hi to you, Melt, and all of our lovely friends. Thank you for the quick hi, Justin. I appreciate you. Can't stop laughing at that. Oh, sand is my life. It was the most like abrasive comment I could put. But you know what I mean, dude. You know the ooh, sand is my life, dude. Like it kills me, man. Life is a beach. I'm playing in the sand. Lil Wayne. That's exactly why I like Reddit. It really is the best. It's so great. Currently procrastinating getting a shit ton of cleaning done and charging up my phone so I can listen to music while I clean. I'm happy that you're here, Scar. Nonetheless, like don't think about the procrastination too much. It is a Saturday. Like take care, relax, actually breathe, and then get your stuff done. It is nice. Like I'm not so big on listening to music when I clean because I want to move too much, but I do listen to podcasts or like talks by someone that I do enjoy significantly. I just got here and needed sleep. Thank you for being here, my friend. I'm happy that you got some sleep as well. Excuse me. Sleep as well, Viking Queen. You're awesome. He really is. Ryan is really cool. I like people would rather invest their time into taking the most perfect picture to show over the experience that moment. You know what I mean? I do know what you mean. Like they'll like again. I like sand. Post a selfie with the beach like blurred in the background, and I'm like, sure, like great. I know what you look like, but you wanna share the experience of the beach, don't you? So why don't you do that? For you, Ryan. Whoa, is that an HTML source to play Oregon? That is kind of trippy. I remember dial-up too. Everyone back then was a rich kid if they had two phone lines. Yeah, so you can do both. Answer the phone and download your 1 megabyte picture over 5 minutes as well. It was quite sick. I remember the excited feeling listening to the dial-up noise when loading your messages, Lamar. That's hilarious, my friend. Whoa, Harley, you just dropped a fat Argentium award on the stream. I hope that you're still here, my friend. Thank you. Namaste. I recognize the divinity within you, and thank you for doing that, my friend. I saw someone gave you an Argentium award as well on your stream, so I thoroughly thank you for extending that privilege towards me as well. Wow, like now I have an extra badge on the profile. Sick. Like I wonder how long you were streaming for, my friend, because I remember like popping in at like 2 hours, then I had to shower, made sure I sent some love, and then I came back a little bit later and I saw, what was his name? Llama? I think Llama gave you an Argentium award, and you were talking about like the mods of the Gamer Lounge, I think. And yeah, and I saw, like, the point I'm trying to make is I saw you still had like 3 hours of stream time left, and I was like, holy shit, are you gonna stream for 6 hours or something? Did you get up before breakfast this morning? My friend, I got up at 16 minutes to 5 a.m. this morning, and I only had breakfast after I stopped working, which was like around 12 a.m., I think. So yeah, significantly before breakfast. Oh boy, get ready to chat to strangers. Yeah, I'm happy that you're chatting with us now, my friend. I was so jealous of the high-tech kids playing Halo online. Man, it was such a vibe. Like the initial online gaming as well. It was such a, like, almost a fad at the start where people were like, "Oh, what's the point of playing online games?" And then they started phasing out like multiplayer games, like split screen games, and people got more and more into it. I miss like having split screen, play parties at home. Actually, it was such a vibe. You're still here? Yeah, I'm still here for like 17 more minutes or so, my friends. I had a beeper. Like, a beeper is also something I kind of found cool, and some medical professionals still actually, carry it. Uh, I'm gonna use some water to scratch my eye. It's itching so much, and I don't know if there's something inside of it. Uh, no worrying about it though. I'm just gonna have to blink my eye a bit. My dog was having a nightmare. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Was he running around or crying or something? I hope you gave him a soft and welcoming hug. Again, Harley, thank you for the Argentia, my friend. The Oregon Trial computer game, oh my goodness, talk about throwback. I never played it, so I'm kind of curious about how it was. Oregon Trial, and the one of the two King Kongs throwing bananas at each other. The only input were angle. The only input was angle and velocity. That's hilarious. I never played that one either. I feel you friends are dating me a bit. Hit Goldfish with the link, Justin. I think she did. Like, if you scroll up Goldfish, you'll find a link for, I think, an HTML extension of Oregon. Can I still play it? You didn't check the plants you picked, so Becky died from poisoning. You didn't check the plants you picked, so Becky died from poisoning. Oh, I think that's a game reference. I was about to say, like, what? Dying of dysentery? I think another game reference. Like, I'm feeling so out of the loop right now. Goldfish, I loved and hated that game. I loved, still do. I got a bunch of oxen, Lamar, then starved. I love you, Melt. I love you, Harley. I love you so much, my friend. Like, know that. Know that you are loved, loving, and lovable forever and always. And just for you, Lane, even though I know you're not here, worthy of being loved. And I want you to know that, my friend. Melt, how old are you again? My body is 22 years old, my friend. 22 years old. I was so bad at that game. Losing service. Love you guys. Love you as well, Jovan. Thank you for being here with us, my friend. Life is a beach. and my sandcastle keeps getting knocked over. I guess like that's the fun part, right? Not so much having your castle knocked over, but being able to take it back, building that sandcastle again, with the vigor, with the enthusiasm. I've not built too many sandcastles in my life, but I've seen these absolutely beautiful sandcastles on Reddit as well. That makes me kind of, want to go all the way at some point. Like, really get it, build the best ever sandcastle I could. As a Cali girl, I kind of hate sand too. I hate sand. It's coarse, rough, and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Oh yeah, I remember putting the pace of ox all the way up. So I wanna like actually say something about the sand as well. Like literally, like for the longest time as a kid, I had such a big problem of going to the beach because I've always been a little bit of a clean freak. Uh, like maybe not always. I think maybe after I turned like 8 years old, I started compulsively washing my hands and stuff. And like being at the beach, going back home, and then there being sand in my sheets, it like literally drove me insane. Not literally. Well, maybe I'm still crazy from climbing in that sandy bed. I'm just in a stray jacket in some room right now, imagining all of this. Sure, man, I'm sounding crazy the more I speak. And basically, like the sand, it like irked me so much to the point where I'm very very critical with like how I get into bed, making sure I'm like extra clean before I do. Like I'll go as far, like for example, if I put like shea butter and stuff on my feet, I'll put like two pairs of socks over my feet as well to ensure that I don't get any of it on my blankets and stuff. Sand, yo, sand, and it's everywhere, and dust is just finer sand, and that gets everywhere even more. Still procrastinating, waiting for my phone to reach 50%, then putting the toddler Nado down for a nap and deep cleaning for the next hour. You are a wonderful parent, my friend. Know that, and know that you are loved and appreciated, even though your child doesn't know how to tell you just yet. My phone just reached 37% charge. 37% is better than none, I guess. Why do you stream every day? Is it something like your goal to make time to talk to people? You can say a bit of both, my friend. Like, it's definitely a goal for me to talk to people, but it's also important for me to show up. And I feel this is something I definitely learned from Ryan, is showing. Oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups. Showing up at the end of the day is going to be the most difficult thing, and it's very easy for us to kind of like get caught in our own lives and what it is we're doing and what it is we're feeling. But I think it's very important for me to be sharing this space with you friends, to love you friends, to understand that we're all human beings, at the end of the day, needing someone to spend time with, and being able to spend this time with you friends. We've spent a lot of time together in this space, and it's been an absolute blessing. It's been so wonderful, and I hope to be able to do this for the rest of my life, being able to share this space in a loving, co-creative way. Thank you, my friend, for asking that question as well. Hey, no smoking and dancing. I'm not doing either, actually. Yeah, so it's definitely something different. I have 33 hours from awards. Goeie genade. Are you gonna stream for not 33? Why did I say 33? That's 83 hours. You're gonna stream for 83 hours? I'll pop in like at least every 24 hours, Harley. How does that sound, my friend? Wow, Harley, it's crazy. That's why I'm so hyped for Lego Star Wars. There's no online component, and it's meant to be played with the two controllers. I'm looking forward to that as well, actually. It makes me really happy, even though I kind of wish they still made it possible for you to play it, online. Because at the end of the day, it wouldn't be possible for me to play it with friends. Not for this year, at least. And I would still want to. I would still want to. Loving it. Just saw you had a beeper. A beeper, man. That was so long ago. Ella Niren. Your name every single time, my friend. I'm happy that you're here with us as well. Your hair is grey. It reminds me of my dad's mop. That's hilarious. Does he also have curly hair? Grows his way out of his scalp as well. Interestingly enough, apparently the reason people have curly hair is because their hair grows out in like an oval shape. So instead of it being completely round and straight, it grows out in an oval shape. So as it comes out, it like twists, and then that twist is what induces the curl in the hair. So it's kind of neat. Whoa, right over my head melt. The I hate sand is a Star Wars meme. It is. Yeah. It is. I should throw in some. Oh, Misa loves sand. How do you get over the compulsive hand washing? My daughter does that, and I want to keep it from escalating. I'm sorry to tell you, my friend, but it never stopped for me. The only thing that really helped is coming to realize that actually none of it helped. I'm just very aware about what I touch now. So every single time I touch a dog, for example, I have to wash my hands. Every single time I like work with plants, work with like moving something, like it didn't go away, unfortunately. But I don't believe it's too compulsive anymore. Like I'll wash my hands maybe like only 8 times or maybe 10 times a day, instead of doing it like 30 times a day. Like I think the best way to stop it from escalating is to do stuff that doesn't induce her hands getting dirty, I guess. Like don't. And how old is she? Let me ask that rather. How old is your daughter, Sorcy? I'm curious. Damn you, San. Damn you, San, indeed, Ben. Scarmelia, I'm very curious about your username, where your username came from. I knew a girl who went to Samelia, even though that wasn't her legal, who went by Samelia, even though that wasn't her legal given name, Samelia. And you're Scarmelia. I'm curious as well. It's like a commitment to yourself, to better yourself and each other. Exactly, my friend. That is the intention behind it as well. So beautiful to be here with you all. I'm happy that you're here with us as well, Kiwi. Hey, his missus! I haven't seen you in forever, Lindsay. How are you, my friend? How have things been? How have life treated you? Yeah, tell me. I'm curious, my friend. I've missed you. Are you South African? Moved to Canada, Netherlands or something? I'm South African, staying in South Africa, yeah, my friend. But I would like to move to Canada or the Netherlands or something, actually. So you're kind of on point. Can't place your accent at all. You did. I think you placed it perfectly, actually. Did you just do a Jar Jar imitation? Love maybe Misa did. Maybe Misa shouldn't because it's bad. And like Jar Jar is the most hated Star Wars character ever, so I'll maybe get myself stoned or something. But maybe that's what I want to do. 420 plays it. I love that you know why hair grows curly, and yes, you are correct. The more oval, flat the follicle, the tighter the curl. It's cool, right? It's so cool. And like my mom is also a hairdresser. So growing up my whole life, I kind of went through, actually at one point I was waxing my beard because I didn't want a beard. And now I kind of wish I didn't do that because now I have even worse beard genetics that I'm supposed to have technically. Had my eyebrows plucked for a very long time, which I also don't do anymore too much. Yeah, got told how to, moisturize my hair, making sure the conditioner doesn't actually touch my scalp. Uh, you know, Not washing every day, using conditioner more often than you actually use shampoo. Stuff like that. Like, definitely things that was useful in my growing up and my development of self through my mom's uh, hairdressing experience, I guess you could say as well. I'm like that too. I'm not as compulsive as her, but like I can feel the dirt. She's 8. It's like I can feel the dirt. Yeah, for me as well. Like for me, the thing is as well. Like I don't like. There's a lot of things I want to say because I'll go as far as to take a pinch of dirt, put it in my water, let it settle at the bottom, drink the water on top because I do believe there is microbiome benefits to doing that. But then after taking that pinch of sand, literally drinking the sand as well, I'll wash my hands because I don't want sand on my hands, which is it doesn't necessarily make that much sense, but yeah. Like I think the biggest thing, my friend, is just to not let her think that what she's doing is wrong, but to like almost make her understand that it doesn't have to go that far. Like wash your hands when you know they're dirty, not when you feel they're dirty. Maybe I guess, or yeah, I'm not judging actually. I don't think there's anything wrong necessarily with washing your hands a lot. I'm doing so well. My schedule has been crazy as a tax preparer, but happy and enjoying life. I have surely missed these talks. I've missed you as well, Lindsay. And thank you for telling me, my friend. Know that you are missed, know that you are thought about, and know that the space will always be available when you return, my friend. That was hilarious. I'm happy that you appreciate it, at least Katie. My oldest daughter, Scarlett. My second daughter, Amelia. Oh, Scarlett Amelia. That's really cute, actually. Thank you for sharing with us, my friend. My user name is the name Smash Together. Miso Sandy. Miso Sandy. Miso love Sandy. And no, Ben, don't encourage me. Mm, I love it as well. It's so sweet, actually. Why did you pluck your eyebrows? They are not very bushy. Like, I don't know if you can see. I'll come a little bit closer, but I have actually a little bit of a unibrow. And my mom was like, you get judged if you have a unibrow. And I was like, okay, guess I'm having my unibrow waxed or pluck or whatever. And now, yeah, I didn't really care. Like you can judge if you want to. That's the thing as well. That no matter what you do to yourself, you're gonna get judged. Like if you're absolutely gorgeous, people are gonna assume that you're full of shit and that you're stuck up. If you're absolutely horrible looking, then people are gonna assume something about you as well in that state of mind. Because like we're so prone as human beings to judge one another, and I feel if there's anything we as a humanity need to learn, it's how to stop doing that. How to stop judging each other at face value and actually recognize that we are people, living human beings, and a divine soul behind that, you know, flesh mask as well. And that divine soul is what's important. And how you look on a physical level isn't necessarily important when that divine soul is what needs to be respected and honored. I hope to catch you here again tomorrow. So long, friends. See you again, Kiwi. Thank you for being here with us, my friend. Unibrow just makes your angry face more intimidating. Yeah, it will. It really will. Become angry. Hey, you. Hey, fun cryptography. I'm happy that you're here, my friend. How have you been? And I'm happy that you agree with me as well, Sorcy. I'm sure people will stop judging. I hope so, at least. Because I'm happy that you're back, my friend. I feel like judgment as well is definitely a practice of insecurity at the end of the day. Because the reason you're judging someone is because you don't want to, like, either accept they're doing something better than you, accept that they are, uh, you know, like you as well at the end of the day. I think judgment comes from a place of not wanting something to permeate our field of consciousness. So if at the end of the day it is someone that is beautiful, then you judge them because you feel you are lacking in that image. If it's someone that is unattractive, then you feel you're judging because you're in a place where you're more attractive than them. And every single time it is this separation that you're putting in between you and that other person. Like, oh, they are so this and I am that. And that's why we are different, and that's why I have the right to judge. But at the end of the day, there is no separation between us. Like, we have our own, physical bodies, and we can interpret things around us with these physical bodies. But like, those physical bodies are just this interpretation, this single moment that we get to experience through our consciousness. But that consciousness is something that we share amongst each other. And that consciousness, like the base consciousness, for example, that a baby is born with, like just being able to experience everything, I think is universal for every single one of us. So we're looking with the same eye. through that baby's eyes at the end of the day. And that same eye is in each and every single one of us. And when you realize that, you can't really judge someone because you're the same eye. You're the same being. You're judging yourself by judging another. How old are you, Mel? I am, at least my body is 22 years old, my friend. Unibrow, unlimited swag. Unlimited swag indeed. Jar Jar impression, can't help but encourage it. Swag for days, yeah. The unlimited swag, dude, with the mini unibrow. I don't think he has a unibrow, Lamar. Yeah, I don't technically. I have hair here in the middle, but like it's kind of almost invisible. I need to send an email to my tattoo artist. He missed a spot on my tattoo that needs to be fixed. Gonna ask if he charges for touch-ups. If he missed something, I don't think you should even ask him if he asked something for touch-ups. If he missed something, then you should definitely go and just ask him to fix it, because that's the service you paid him for, right? Deep, I'm happy that you approve, Source C. This is the way, my friends. I love you so much. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Thank you for being here with me today. I love you, friends. I love you so much. Know that you are loved, loving, lovable, and worthy of love forever and always, my friend. And no one can ever take that away from you. Most people have invisible hair everywhere. Yeah, it's true, actually. We identify with our flesh, not our soul, inner self, spirit, whatever you want to call that, ball of energy inside. We do that, my friend. And the more we start to identify with this power we have inside of us, and being willing to share this power with one another in a loving way, in an intentional way, I believe that's how we're going to change this planet. And I look forward to changing it with all of you. I hope to see you again tomorrow, my friends.